Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tree of Woe Wrestling Podcast. I am the Black Patriot, and this is the Wrestling Podcast, where we always put wrestling first because wrestling is the number one priority. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. It's a small thing for you, but to me it means the world, and it means the world to the channel. And at this point, somebody has to talk about it. And I guess I'll be the one to talk about it. Well, I'll be one of the ones that talk about it, because there are many, many people talking about this issue. And the issue is the dire straits that WWE is in. And we're talking about it because we love this company, because we enjoy professional wrestling. Some of us been watching WWE our whole life. This is our life. Some of us are content creators. Some of us have monetized channels. This is not hatred for WWE. This is a plea, a cry for help. Like, we can see what seemingly some of you don't see. Because just as many videos that I see calling WWE out, calling Triple H out, I see people defending it. I see people saying, oh, you guys are just haters. Oh, you guys just complain all the time. Why can't you just be a fan? You know, Triple H said that. He said, shut up being a critic and just be a fan. And he said, if you don't like the product, you can F off. Well, Hunter, people are effing off. People are effing off in droves. And you can see it, because even in its current state, this Smackdown is nothing compared to what it was 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. It just isn't. It just isn't. And the numbers don't lie. Record low attendance. PLE buy rates down. Viewership down. Ticket prices up. So that should tell you something. They're off there. So since less people are coming to shows and less people are watching the programs, how is WWE going to recoup their money? They're going to rock your pockets. They're going to hit you in your wallet. They're going to make everything expensive. They got to make money somehow, right? Because people are effing off. They're turning away from this product in droves. They're like, you know what? I'm going to do something else with my Friday night. Maybe I have something better to do on Mondays. This has got to be addressed. It needs to be addressed so it can change. The trajectory of WWE is not good. This does not look good. You got jobbers as your world champions. You either have a jobber and Cody Rhodes or an old man in CM Punk. These are two guys that I am a fan of. But CM Punk is like, what, 48? He's almost 50. So his better days are behind him, and you know it. He's still fire on the mic, but his wrestling is not where it used to be. And that's why, if you notice, he's practically part-timer. Even before he got the belt, he takes less and less dates. He does not wrestle consistency. Cody almost never wrestles. And shout out to Fog Wrestling, so a content creator that talks professional wrestling, pointed this out. If you looked at Smackdown, and you will see, and it's been 4 days since this show aired, the Wyatt 6 segment got more views than the WWE champion did. Numbers don't lie. And they got thousands of more views than the WWE champion did. Granted, they had a wrestling match. Cody came out with a belt talking to Nick Aldis, so that should tell you that fans ain't interested in hearing his promos. And he rarely wrestles, so If you're getting outdrawn by the Wyatt Six and the MFTs, there's an issue. Because like I've said many times, nobody cares about the Jobber Six. Nobody cares about my family jobbers. Let's just be real. Let's keep it 1,000. Let's keep it 100. Do you really care about the Wyatt Six? Ask yourself that. Do you really care about Solo Sikoa and all the Loas? Come on. Jeffrey Cobb, JC Mateo, do you care? You want to take a tour of the islands? Is this something you enjoy? You know that match was trash, but not just that match. You know this stuff is bad. You know it. So it's time to stop defending this mess. Don't sit up here and tell me just be a fan. Don't sit up here and tell me just enjoy it. No, I will not just enjoy it. No, I will not shut up. And I'm not going to F off either. I'm going to keep making YouTube videos, talking trash, and I'm going to stay in the community with other content creators, and we're going to keep doing what we do because there got to be a voice of reason. And at this point, that's what I consider myself, and that's what I consider the other people that are on the same page. There has to be a voice in the darkness. There has to be a sentry. There has to be something to shield you from this terrible product that is WWE. And unless you take Triple H advice and F off, you're going to continue to get boring content. Every now and then, WWE is capable of pulling something out of their ass. Every now and then, you'll get a C-level show. I've called those shows out mildly tolerable. This Raw wasn't complete trash, but those shows were mid. Okay? So for the majority of the time, you're going to get boring, unwatchable, completely skippable shows. When WWE gives a fuck, they'll give you a mid show. Mid shouldn't be the standard. That should be like an accident, like they were having a bad night or something. If you go back, and you don't even have to go back to the Attitude Era, when John Cena, the Ruthless Aggression Era, that stuff was way better. We've having shows with Batista on it, with Undertaker, JBL, John Cena, Edge. I could go on and on. The mid card was solid. The jobbers back then were actually jobbers. That was their role. But how is your champions, the guys that supposed to be stars, how are they jobbers? It makes no sense. It's because WWE has failed to build any stars. It's because Triple H is horrible at his job. It's because instead of the vast majority of people will defend it instead of calling it out. Like, we're not coming at for you personally. You guys defending WWE like you have stake in the company. Like you have stock. Like you getting paid for it. And you got your blinders on. And you can't see that the thing that you love, the thing that you are defending so passionately, that is falling apart. It's coming apart at the seams, and nobody is saying anything. Nobody is saying nothing. Why is that? It is not personal slander against you or your opinion. But this show is bad. These shows are bad. Every PLE was bad. And WrestleMania was terrible. And everybody is aware of that. So the vast majority of people can agree that WrestleMania was terrible. How do you fumble WrestleMania? I've asked that question before. It makes no sense. How do you fumble John Cena's heel turn? That should have took over the industry like when Hollywood Hogan turned heel. If Vince was booking that, we'd have got a once-in-a-lifetime event. But since we got the big nose clown, the extra large nose fraudulent doofus, the douchebag with a snaz, you get this crap that we got. John Cena retired and it felt like nothing happened. It went out with a whimper, tapping out to Gunther, one of the most boring wrestlers I've ever had the displeasure of seeing in my ring on TV, like seeing in the ring on TV. This man made John Cena tap out when Jey Uso didn't tap out, when Pat McAfee did not tap out, and Gunther himself tapped out to Jey Uso, who is now back in the tag team division with his brother because they realized his push was a flop. But oh yeah, you let this dude, the dude that cuts no good promos, the dude that had 3 or 4 really good matches. He had a couple of good matches in NXT. Like he had a good match with Sheamus and Sami Zayn on the main roster. This dude is not a ring general. A sleeper hold, a power bomb, a drop kick, and chops. And now you're a ring general. If Gunther is a ring general, Kurt Angle was a ring god. If Gunther is a ring general, Shawn Michaels was a legendary triple-star god general of the ring. If Gunther is a ring general, then Chris Benoit was a ring savant. Like, Gunther is mid as hell. His moveset is limited. A drop kick, a power bomb, a sleeper hold, and a chop is not a ring general. The dude don't even look like he hits the gym. Like, come on, man. And this is the guy that Triple H is pushing. This is the guy. I'm gonna tell it like it is. He doesn't look better than LA Knight. He doesn't talk better than LA Knight. He's never sold the amount of merchandise that LA Knight sells. Gunther was never the number 1 merch seller in the company. Gunther has never drawn a dime for any promotion he's ever worked for. But that's the guy that goes over John Cena. That's the guy that retires John Cena. He got to retire Goldberg too. Gunther has never rocked an arena the way Goldberg rocked an arena in his heyday. Ain't nobody coming to see Gunther. Ain't nobody buying no Gunther merchandise. Get the heck out of here, man. Damian Priest opening up the show, cutting a promo that is the cure for insomnia. And people is defending this mess. Julia beating Alba Fire when Alba Fire haven't won a damn match this year. She never wins matches. Why should I care about that? You kidding me? Your women's champion, both WWE male and women's champion, don't wrestle on the show. Your male champion, a WWE champion, cutting a dumbass promo, mid-promo, not saying anything. And then Jade Cargill just getting into a brawl session in the back. All matches end in brawls. The main event is jobberific. MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. Get out of here, man. Pack this crap up, yo, and get it off my television. Nobody want to see this mess. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then you people have the gall and the audacity to call somebody a hater because I won't just shut up and just watch it. That is the most ridiculous talking point I've ever heard. If I like something, dare I say love it, obviously passionate about it, I'm not just going to be quiet while it dies. I'm not just going to sit here and just accept anything. That is the opposite of being a fan. I consider myself a true fan because I want the product to be good. You are a bot. I don't know why you're offended by that. You are a bot. You are a drone hive-minded, chanting "This is awesome" on Raw for a mid-ass match between Rhea Ripley and Asuka. I've seen much better from both of them, but going to chant "This is awesome." What? Nothing was awesome about that. Nothing was awesome. That was quite possibly the worst Monday Night Raw of 2025. And that is a low bar to hit because pretty much all of them have been bad. Like you want to chant "This is awesome." Shut up. Okay? How about that, yo? Get a clue. Get a brain. Get a thought. Think for yourself. Deploy critical thinking skills. This is the problem. Because WWE have you guys brainwashed. But at this point, the product is so bad, it's brain rot. Because it ain't washing nothing. It's rot, yo. The downfall of WWE Smackdown should be studied, yo. The downfall of WWE in general needs to be documented. And Triple H needs to be removed from his position. He is terrible. If this was any other business, any other sports franchise, any other corporate setting, they would remove him for gross incompetence. This is bad. This is bad. When it is your job, when you're tasked with creating two major mainstream professional wrestling programs on a weekly basis and pay-per-views every month, and this is what you're getting out, you have failed at your job. And anybody else that have failed this much would have been fired already. They would have been released already from their position. So you got the crowd chanting "Bring back Vince." I've said "Bring back Vince" jokingly, but at this point, I'll take Vince McMahon over Triple H. I'd take Vince Russo. I'd take Eric Bischoff. I'd take Jim Cornette. I'd take Tony Khan. I'd take anybody. Literally anybody. Like anybody. I've never seen a professional wrestling promoter squander such a talented roster. Maybe AWA, maybe Vern Gagne, because he let all his talent go and they ended up in WWE, especially Hulk Hogan. I don't know, but I definitely give Triple H, if I had an award for idiot, dumbass Booker of the Year, I will give it to Triple H for being the idiot, dumbass Booker of the Year. This has been the Tree of Woe Wrestling Podcast. I am the Black Patriot. Remember, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps us out a lot. Tell your friends, tell your wrestling buddies, and let them know that I will be here. I will always be here, bring you the dopest wrestling content on the net. Peace out. Stay safe. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. All the good stuff.